Inside each of us lies an expansive universe, intricately woven with the threads of our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. This inner cosmos holds the keys to our deepest desires, fears, and aspirations, shaping the course of our lives in ways both seen and unseen. Like a vast and boundless expanse, it stretches far beyond the confines of our conscious awareness, encompassing realms of the mind that are yet to be explored. Within this inner universe lie the seeds of transformation and growth, waiting to be nurtured and cultivated. It is here, in the depths of our being, that we discover the true power of our potential and the limitless possibilities that await us on our journey of self-discovery and fulfillment. Apart from the incidents that happened throughout our early years of life, but we are able to alter every aspect of our surroundings. Our perceptions and thoughts shape the world around us as our consciousness intertwines with the energy of the universe. It is not just our past experiences that define us, but the choices we make in the present moment that can reframe our reality. With the power to change our surroundings, we have the ability to create a new and improved version of ourselves and our environment. The potential for growth and transformation is infinite, waiting to be realized through conscious intention and action, while pushing into an unknown future. When we understand the need for mental capacity, we occupy two domains of the invisible world of causes at once. The architects of this location are ideas, ideals, and beliefs. Moreover, the concrete, material domain of influence. Here is where our experiences and thoughts come to pass. There are specific rules that govern creation. It also makes demonstrations easy. For example, by setting a goal to reduce waste and actively seeking out ways to recycle and repurpose materials, we are embodying the idea of being environmentally conscious. This intention and action not only improve our immediate surroundings, but also contribute to a larger shift towards sustainability in society. In the unrealized capacity of a seed to sprout into a plant, it is the idea in the seed even before it is planted. Besides, the seed can only sprout the sort of invisible plant it contains. About the dynamic character of the physical cosmos, physical scientists and metaphysicians agree unanimously. This becomes more evident the more we learn about man's inner or hidden world. When it was precisely, we now realize how infinite this invisible cosmos is. Man is a being that reflects infinite intellectual energy. Similar to that, it never ends. Just as a seed contains the blueprint for its future growth, so too does man possess an innate capacity for intellectual and spiritual expansion. We learn more about the infinite nature of human consciousness and the never-ending search for knowledge and self-discovery as we delve deeper into the mysteries of our inner world. The journey towards self-realization is a never-ending exploration of the infinite depths of the human mind, and he has access to constantly developing intelligence on account of the creation rule. One individual could implant a conception in another and realize such an idea. Equipped as we are, we can take charge. Both the world and our lives start to take on our shape, initially introduce a creative consciousness paradigm. When we have a full comprehension, we could give up our old paradigms of thinking about the universe. Such restrictions restrict our freedom. By understanding the creation rule, we can implant new ideas in each other and bring them to fruition. The path to empowerment and total health is thus open. Every one of us has to take charge of our own growth. The key to unlocking our true potential lies in taking ownership of our growth and embracing the power within us. It serves as a reminder that we have the ability to transform our lives and achieve total health and empowerment, and intentionally lead the evolutionary forces within of ourselves. Quantum mechanics holds that energy is the only substance in the universe. Science holds that everything is interconnected, dependent on everything else, and essentially one, or united. Exists two kinds of energy, as a wave or as a shapely particle, without shape or structure. Particles may be observed and examined at specific times in time and space. They also provide the groundwork for the cosmos and our perception of reality. Waveform energy encompasses all aspects of the mind, including pictures, sensations, and sounds. The human body is unique in that it contains elements of both types of energy. The concept that everything in our lives and surroundings is composed of energy waveforms is profound. These wave energies, interacting with the particles that make up our bodies, influence our thoughts, emotions, and overall well-being. The various wave energies we encounter as we travel through life shape our experiences and perceptions. By delving into the relationship between particles and waveforms, we gain deeper insights into ourselves and the world we inhabit. It's a perspective that challenges the conventional notion of identity, suggesting that our true essence transcends the physical body and encompasses the vast interconnectedness of energy and consciousness. Our physical traits often define our identity, fostering a sense of separation and individualism. We perceive time and space through our bodies and minds, shaping our subjective awareness of self and reality. This physicality confines us to specific moments and locations, shaping our understanding of the world around us. Humans conceived the concept of time to navigate the temporal flow, perceiving the past, present, and future as distinct moments in a linear progression. Despite the myriad possibilities available, quantum physics suggests we actualize only one reality at a time, with each decision creating a branching universe of opportunities. Neuroscience reveals that our senses influence brain function, but the interaction between external stimuli and the brain's neural processes remains a mysterious frontier. Specifically, a translator. We encounter objects through the equipment, and our cognition gives rise to emotions and experiences. We believe that our lives are like a never-ending feedback loop. Our senses and consciousness take in information from the outside world, and then our neurological systems and brain circuits process it through mental consciousness processes. These in turn initiate a series of physiological reactions and pathways that show up as feelings. Rather of interacting directly with the actual material, the human brain produces an electronic copy of it within this organ. This implies that there are representations of the outer world in our thoughts. These fundamental truths hold that all of our senses, sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch, are essentially just electrical signals that our brains analyze. Understanding, hence, is a fundamental aspect of who we are. They are created within the body, in the brain. This is not the actual world, wherever you believe you are. The universe really dwells inside your body, or the I you recognize as your own. Similar to an image form is your mental picture of your physical form. There exists the only reality that each person can know in our brains, and consequently, in our emotional experiences. That is the reason it is typical to hear that your surroundings mirror your personality. The best translator of this knowledge is your brain, which is developed and nurtured within of you. But your intellect is not who you are. Something much larger exercises control over the brain. All this organ does is interpret what your brain tells it to allow your conscious mind to perceive what it is seeing mirrored back to it. It seems from this that mental control is conceivable. It could affect brain wiring. It is intended that the mind utilize this instrument, the brain, not the other way around. However, many individuals don't manage to escape the default programming of their minds and instead leave it to run on autopilot instead of reprogramming it to generate original translations or manifestations. The real power of the mind is the source of deliberate creation, healing, inspiration, expression, discovery, inspiration, personal development, and motivation. At its most fundamental, the brain is unable of doing that. It's only a machine or tool, as was already mentioned, and it has a certain application. When used properly, it turns into the supporting party rather than the dominating party. That being stated, it can fulfill every dream you have. Even if many people might find it difficult to understand, the research behind this notion is strong. Nobody else can ever comprehend your universe the way you do because you built it from the inside out. Knowing this could make it easier to understand how you might purposefully alter your brain to get the perception you desire. Rewiring your brain to receive electrical impulses that you see as coming from another physical reality is possible. Your thinking has to be retrained if you are to realize your dreams. Here are a couple ways to go about this. One is to somewhat upend things. Research indicates that a person has more than 60,000 thoughts a day. That comes to around 1 or 2 thoughts every minute when you're awake. Interestingly, 95% of those 60,000 ideas are duplicates from the day before, and the day before that. Like a record player, your ideas never change the tune. It is thus rather hard to picture a world apart from the one you are in at the moment. Do something novel whenever you can to switch up your routine and the melody in your head. Our neurocircuits then open up new channels and boost our neuroplasticity. Accordingly, our brains make and reorganize new connections when we come across new objects. Consistently doing this improves the connections between the neurons in our brain, enabling us to generate fresh electrical impulses that can bring fresh experiences into our reality. Further options for possible future manifestations are then offered to the brain. Research the subject and you may discover that those who have succeeded in achieving their objectives by taking chances are also the ones who encourage others to follow suit. They grasp every chance to push themselves, step outside of the norm, attempt to see yourself in the position of another, or attack a new issue head-on. By welcoming fresh experiences, the unexpected exposes another aspect of yourself. The environment will change along with you as you grow personally because of the way your brain works. 2. Picture entering another universe. Imagine and fantasize have enormous power. The internal and external worlds are one and the same to the brain. Thus, the change of us changes the outside environment. As was already said, the outside world is only a mirror of mental processes. This suggests that you may mentally stimulate and imagine new realities to rewire your brain to form new neural connections. A scientific experiment employed 2 groups to learn a new piano practice. Using only one hand, the first group learned scales and chords. Brain scans following the exercises showed that new areas had been activated. They created fresh habits and neurological connections. All Thing was told to do was see himself playing the chords and scales. The brain scan results revealed that, just as in the group that carried out the exercise physically, the same brain areas were activated and the same connections were created. Results with athletes divided into groups to assess mental versus physical performance have validated similar findings. This thus demonstrates the incapacity of the brain to differentiate between experiences that are purely conceptual and those that occur in the actual world. To restate, the brain serves as just a translator of experience. One's brain and nervous system react to imagery in the same way as they would to really going through the identical situation. 3 is the number. Connect to the best emotional self-story you know. Speaking well about yourself in any area of your life can help you develop and sustain more optimistic views. This causes fresh electrical impulses to be produced and reorganizes your normal brain network. Your expectations and your beliefs shape the quantum field, also referred to as the holographic universe, that your brain perceives. It provides you with their equivalent so that you may experience your physical existence. Improvement of your beliefs will thus always be the long-term key to more fully realizing your goals and dreams. Repeatedly, high emotional states are quite crucial. Making your brain think that the reality you've chosen already exists will cause it to actively work toward that. One approach to accomplishing this example of the mind controlling the brain is to imagine what it would be like to already own what you want. One additional way is to recall a memory and thereby induce a really positive emotional state. Should that be ineffective, try imagining yourself in the position of someone who possesses what you want. If one works hard and waits long enough, the brain may fool itself into believing the new reality already exists, and in reaction to these altered perceptions, create the matching electrical circuits for an altered perception of the physical world. Studies abound showing that once you decide to make a change, you follow through. Your brain changes its chemistry. It has also been demonstrated by studies that altering your behavioral habits really modifies the architecture of your brain. This may be a purposeful process if you rewire problematic areas with new ideas, attitudes, and beliefs. You may break bad mental patterns and outmoded, constricting concepts by purposefully changing your viewpoint. Imagine new opportunities and welcome the feelings you want. Moreover, push yourself whenever you can. What you will create or change is up to you. It is feasible to fully immerse your mind in any universe you want given enough time and effort. Still, you have to make a decision before you can use this amazing talent. Which reality you want to concentrate on is up to you, unless you wish to completely lose all ability to perceive other options. Choose your new reality and then give it some momentum. With your thoughts, images, feelings, and inner waveform energy, there will be distortion and alteration in the particle energy around you. At the moment, you are totally engrossed in your new existence, with the purposeful search for this other way of living. The other options you decided against will eventually vanish from your vision and from your thoughts, and sense a beginning of the quantum probability falling. Why is that? Because your mind adjusts by creating circuits, especially for new circumstances you encounter. If we are not actively witnessing reality, it does not exist. People who live in the now use this strategy. Its roots are in Eastern religious beliefs. This idea states that you can only have a partial view of any one place at any one moment. As such, anything absent from that specific image of space and time is theoretically non-existent. When someone undergoes a traumatic experience, their brain may develop neural pathways to manage the associated stress and fear. These pathways assist in handling similar situations in the future, influencing how they perceive and respond to reality. This idea emphasizes how our perception is dynamic and subjective, shaped by our experiences and cognitive adaptations. Recognizing this helps us avoid dwelling on irrelevant thoughts. Being mindful of our beliefs is key. We're shaping our reality. Understanding past experiences frees us from unnecessary stress. Prioritizing the present moment fosters positivity. Letting go of unproductive thoughts creates fulfillment. Personal experiences illustrate this. And you can illustrate this by bringing up your own experiences. We hold the power to envision multiple outcomes and select the most appealing one. Our lives unfold in intimate settings where we craft our own narratives. Reflecting on past experiences empowers us to shape our reality. Letting go of stress and prioritizing positivity lead to fulfillment. Each day offers a chance to design our lives according to our desires. Mind this, whatever you name it. A job, a relationship, your living situation, or something else entirely. You are capable of overcoming the delusions that impede you. It only takes choosing a different reality.
Please continue to relax and enjoy with our music.